Hey guys, how you doing? Austin Hilton here with a video related to one of my favorite stocks, Palantir. So I've got a few interesting pieces of information for you today. Number one, the CEO of Palantir has just sold some of his stock, and there's a few people freaking out. In fact, the stock just had some downward pressure put on it today. It was actually trading in the positive, and then it just went into the red right before I started making this video. I don't see this as an issue. I see this as the CEO taking some money off the table, and you know, I don't see a problem with that. Executives sell their stock all the time. I'm not seeing this as any problem. That's number one. So that's an article that just came out. Number two, if you didn't know this, there was a lawsuit that Palantir was basically tied up in. They were not sued directly. They were named as the reason for the suit and all that kind of stuff that frankly might have been weighing on the stock a little bit. And that lawsuit has basically gone away. We're going to look at what that lawsuit was and all that today. I'm going to state again, I'm extremely bullish on this stock. I own this stock. I think the stock is going to be a $40 to $50 stock inside of a year and a $100 stock inside of a 2 or 3 plus years, give or take, in that scenario. So I'm a huge fan of this company and what they're doing. They are a leader in their respective marketplace. They have multiple revenue streams. They sell into the private sector, commercial sector. I think they're just going to continue to go up and up and up. And yeah, that's my 2 cents. So with all that said, as always, remember this video is for entertainment purposes only. And if you get value out of this video, please consider subscribing, become part of the community. I'm here every day making videos for you. My goal is real simple, is to help you make more money in the stock market by bringing you these information videos so that you're up to date what's going on with some of your favorite stocks. I don't tend to do real deep technical fundamental analysis, deep dives. I can do them. I do them, but there are people that do them better, and I leave that up to them here on YouTube. Also, please drop a like on this video if you would. It sincerely would help me out. It helps the video out, it helps the channel out. It just helps me to grow, and I would appreciate it if you're getting value out of this video and my channel to drop a like. With all that said, let's go take a look and see what's going on with Palantir today. So as I mentioned, you know, Palantir has some downward pressure. The stock opened at $23.95 today. It's down a little under 1%, and it's actually hit $22.98, and it's bounced back from that just a little bit. And overall, you see the NASDAQ, we're having a really good day. I think this is firmly, the reason for this is Barron's announced 2 hours ago that the Palantir CEO, Karp, disclosed a $10.3 million stock sale. This is not a big deal to me. Insiders, executives sell their stock all the time. I'm not worried about this. I think that this is just something that's just applying a little short-term pressure on this stock. If you look at a 6-month chart, and I want to show you this. This is my opinion, but I think that this is our resistance level. This high 22, 23 level, somewhere in that area. See, look, I mean, if you look at kind of how the stock chart lays out, you got kind of a head and shoulder kind of thing here a little bit. But if you look at this right here, this is, in my opinion, our resistance line, okay? And I think it's only going to go up from here. Right there, it did bounce into 2173. So there's pretty much your low in the last, 4 or 5 months. Yeah, right there. Okay. Again, I own this stock, and considering seriously I'm adding more at these levels. I think that this is a buying opportunity at these levels. I think that nothing has changed with the company at all. They're still doing their thing, and I think that they're still moving forward, and they are innovative. I don't know if you remember this or know this, but I'm going to remind you if you didn't. They gave almost $1 billion worth of stock grants to their employees because they've invested in their employees, because their employees are their asset. They're the people that are writing the code and writing and keeping and creating their technology, right? So the fact that they're doing that is amazing to me. And this company is doing all things right. This company is going to get beat up in the news related to kind of what they do, and that goes directly now to this lawsuit that I want to show you about. So here we go. So Palantir stock, the lawsuit drama that has Palantir gaining today. Now this article was written on March 31st, so there you go. Okay, so investors in Palantir stock are cheering what looks to be good news. This article had made me kind of smile and laugh when I read it, just FYI. Okay, so today shares of Palantir are on the move. Currently, investors in Palantir stock have booked a paper gain of 6% at the time of writing. Okay, that's actually kind of probably gone away now because the stock dropped back just a little bit. Okay, but anyway, here we go. Intriguing turn of events in the company's battle with a group called Open Democracy over a UK contract it was awarded for the NHS. Okay, we're gonna dissect that here in a minute. Okay, so today investors in Palantir stock are more assured that the situation isn't as dire as initially expected. Okay, so here we go. Palantir was contracted by the National Health Service in the UK to use some of its data solutions for the country's COVID-19 response. Cool. Okay. This has contributed to growing skepticism about the integrity and safety of UK patient data among some groups. Palantir's ties to the CIA have been cited as a key reason for such skepticism. I actually can't believe this. I mean, they do have government work and they do have private sector work. And to me, the two are separated like church and state, right? Okay. So recently, a UK group called Open Democracy filed a lawsuit against the British government. The lawsuit alleged the government entered into a quote-unquote secretive deal with spy tech firm Palantir. Okay. Open Democracy calls itself an independent global media organization with the goal of reporting and analyzing social political issues to educate citizens to challenge power and encourage democratic debate across the world. Okay, I am not going after Open Democracy. I'm not saying anything bad about them. I'm simply saying that this is not what it seems to be. Palantir was contracted to help, manage the COVID-19 response. That's what they were contracted to do. That's what their technology was contracted to do. By the way, I was in software in the 90s for 10, 11 plus years. I was in software sales. I worked for some of the biggest software companies back in the day, Sun Microsystems and things like that. And when you have a client come to you and say, we want your software, we want to bring your software in we want to buy it to do this thing, that's what you focus on and that's what you do. That's what your job is to go in and solve that problem. They were contracted to solve and help solve this data solution problem related to the COVID-19 response. Okay? In a post yesterday, Open Democracy touted victory in the lawsuit. Furthermore, the organization claims that the government caved to its wishes, quote, committing not to extend Palantir's contract beyond COVID without consulting the public. Okay. There will be no more mission creep without assessing our rights. By the way, if you don't know what mission creep is that it's when you've contracted with a software company like Palantir to do this one thing. Example, to analyze and to deal with the COVID-19. Then mission creep is if it gets outside of that scope of what you're trying to do. Again, that's what they're saying. Okay, so there will be no more mission creep, which I seriously doubt there probably was, without assessing our rights. They have also agreed to engage the public via patient juries, about whether firms like Palantir are appropriate for a long-term role in the NHS at all. Now that was Open Democracy saying that. Okay. The NHS fired back. They fired back in response to these claims. A BBC article that came out today in response to these claims tells quite a different story. The NHS says it always acted legally and that Open Democracy campaigners dropped the case when they realized they didn't have a leg to stand on. Additionally, the NHS praised Palantir for helping analyze large volumes of data generated by governments and business. Through Palantir's analysis, quote, useful insights, patterns, and connections were able to be made in the fight against COVID-19. Furthermore, NHS said that Open Democracy withdrew its lawsuit. Okay, so the NHS did say it would be more transparent in the future. So in some ways, Open Democracy ultimately got what they wanted. However, it appears investors are siding with Palantir on this one right now. And indeed, according to NHS representatives, the Palantir deal worth 23 million euros is still ongoing. In other words, the story appears to be moot right now. Investors are certainly viewing this as a no news is good news scenario positively. So a few final thoughts here. Number one, I'm not going after Open Democracy. That's not what the point of my video is. The point of my video is to make you aware of what is going on here and to really bring home the fact that this is the kind of news and the kind of coverage and kind of information that we are every now and then going to see coming out related to Palantir because of the nature of what they do. They are large data. They're an AI platform. They're an analytic layer. All those that's really what they do. Obviously, they are going to be dragged through the mud at times related to the fact that they have government contracts with the CIA and things like that, but what's funny is nobody talks about all the good that they do. Nobody talks about all the good that they do for like this COVID-19 scenario, how the NHS came out and said, look, because of the Palantir technology, we were able to analyze and take action on this massive amounts of data. It is what it is, right? And my point to you is when you see information like this come out, specifically related to Palantir, I would tell you, don't stress, don't freak. It's part of the ride it's part of the Palantir roller coaster ride, if you will, right? And I have signed up for that ride. I'm assuming you have if you're watching this video. I see this stock right now at these current levels of $23 and change as a buying opportunity, continued buying opportunity. The stock is a $40 to $50 stock, in my opinion, inside of 12 months, and just after that, the sky is the limit. Also, I would not stress about the CEO selling $10.3 million worth of stock. That happens. Executives sell their stock. Executives, because he's probably got a ton more. Not probably, he does, okay? And so why not take a little bit of profit off the table and kind of go from there? And ironically, he took profit off the table at kind of lows, but that's the point, right? Is that executives occasionally sell their stock. It's part of their pay. It's part of their pay package, if you will. Okay, I'm going to end that there. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please consider dropping a like on it. It helps the video. It genuinely helps me out, and I appreciate you guys being here with me every day on this ride. I love bringing you this information. I love helping you guys just kind of know what the heck is going on with Palantir, other stocks. If there's a stock that you would like me to cover, drop it in the comments below. And if there's enough interest in that stock, I certainly would love to bring it to you guys as a video here on my channel. Again, Austin Hilton here for you every day. Want to help you make more money. Let's do it, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.